Hey guys, it's Dr. Kirby here, and we're back with another video. In today's video, we are going to be doing a guide on Doria or Dahlia in, global version, I guess, but I'm going to call her Doria. So we're going to do a Doria guide, the most popular one in recent releases of Honkai, Honor of Kings, because she was released around November. So before we do that, let's look at the background that I have. So I played about 31 matches on Dolia, 51% win rate. Yeah, it she's kind of getting a little. I'm getting a little burned out on her, but she's fun. But I just need to play other champions and other roles because I don't know how one tricks do it. What keeps them going to one trick? But yeah. And then my match history is it's a little mixy right now. Mix. Can I watch that replay? Oh, I can. Oh. So that's how you view your match history. That's very interesting. But I have a footage ready for y'all. So yeah, it's mix. I'm trying to play this character over here. What's their name? I forgot. The cutie. I want my mains to be like all ooh vibes. But today we're gonna do a Doria guide. Let's talk about it. We're gonna go brief because I don't want to go too long. But you guys kind of get the point of if you play other MOBAs like AOV, ML, League, you kind of get the gist. But sometimes there is changes when it comes to the support slash roaming role compared to other games. I think AOV and Honor of Kings have the same like roam vibe, but and maybe ML, but League and all, it's so different, and it took me a while to adapt to it, but I got it now. So let's talk about it. So I think we should go first through her abilities actually, so we don't really get confused. Um, this is her abilities. Let's talk about her passive. Now her passive is she has a water form, mermaid form, right? So when she's in this form, she reduces her slow effects dealt by her by 50%. So it's kind of like a tenacity boot for slows. And then she also restores health and mana because I don't think she really regens that much, or maybe the regen here in this game sucks, but you can build it off with items. And another thing that's good about this passive is she gains an enhanced basic attack. So instead of just her normal auto attack, it becomes a bit more like a Nami W, like an ebb and flow. It's good for poking and it makes me really aggressive whenever I'm in the water. So make sure whenever you're near water, you can go ham because the water benefits her other abilities, mainly her first and second skill. Her first skill, she shoots out 4 waves of like water, and then the fourth wave does damage, as you can see from this animation. I mean, the fourth wave does a bigger range. Why did I say that? Um, so when she uses the skill in the water, this will knock back the enemies. Now, this is a very useful tool because we'll talk about it in a second. Her second skill, it's like an engage. It's kind of like an engage tool, and it's a gauge tool because it's like a dive thing. You'll get it. And the knockback is so useful for like catching people off guard or even disengaging. It's kind of like a Jana Q, but a bit more harder to execute. But when you have 30 matches in your belt like I have, it will become like second nature. So yeah. Now this is her key move that you're gonna have to max first. And then you max your first skill second, and then your ult whenever you can. So Dahlia leaps forward, right? She literally like yeets, and then she creates a pool of water around her. Now, as I mentioned in the passive, it does restore her health and mana from herself, but it also gives health and mana to her teammates. Obviously, the ratio is different from her passive to her heal towards teammates, so it's a bit weaker on her side compared to healing with others. If you use this in the water, aka this puddle, she will refund 25% of her cooldown on the second skill. Now, the pool will remain there as long as you're there, but if you're not there for 4 seconds, the pool will disappear. So be mindful of that and know when to use it in the situation. Again, when you're in this pool, you'll gain a knockback effect on your first skill. So you're pretty powerful in water form. It's kind of like a form changer. And then her ultimate is, it's kind of easy to say. So she can cast this on herself or on an ally. So do you guys see that passive, not passive, that ability on the right near recall, that heart? It's called gift. Now this is it makes it easier to hit your ult on an ally, especially in a crowded fight. So what basically does is it refunds any last ability used by you or your ally. So if someone has a 30-second ult cooldown, they can refund it immediately, and she takes the cooldown for it. So if I use a Kartus ult in League of Legends, that 5 AoE ult, and I ult that Kartus, he will get it again. He will hit it twice in just a short amount of time. So that's what makes her broken. What's the catch? She takes the cooldown plus an extra 10 to 5 seconds. So it's pretty strong when you see the footage that I'm about to show you. But now let's talk about the items. Now, we're gonna go briefly. Um, we're not gonna go too crazy. So let's talk about the runes and the summoner spell first. We're gonna take intimidate here because it's kind of like an exhaust, and I kind of prefer this at the moment than heal. And I think it's really powerful if you're really close. Actually, this is more powerful if you're against a melee. If you're a melee support, um, like Lubu or whatever. I just said a random name. As you can see, it reduces the damage output of enemies by 25% and increases their own damage immunity for 20 seconds for 4 seconds. This will be weak if someone else has it, so that it doesn't double buff. You won't bring intimidate with your ADC doesn't bring intimidate and you too. So only one has to have it, and then the other one can take heal or flash, especially flash because ADCs are immobile. And for your runes, it's very, or arcana, it's very standard what the game gives you. This is what they gave me from the original like recommended build, and then I just maxed it out. Now the maxing of arcana is 150. I already maxed it, and when you're a new player you get a lot of these arcana fragments, so make sure you do your dailies, especially the beginner mission since they give a lot. Okay, I'm doing a video. Thank you. Okay, so I give you guys an example of Arcana. 1 second. So as you can see, Charlotte, who is a character, a Clash laner, she's not maxed it, but you can max it. Considering everyone, this ADC is 142, this jungler is 150. I maxed her. He's a support, so he already got it like that. So he's a bit different. So ADCs and all are kind of having a different build, but you get the point. Just use the recommended one. This one is Fate that gives attack speed, health, and defense, physical defense. This one is Harmony, max health, health recovery, and movement speed. And this one is Vitality, which gives you CDR and max health. What Dolia needs, or Doria, is health, cooldown, and AP, magical points, whatever, MP. So make sure you be mindful of that. Now let's talk about her equipment. Now this is basically your, oh wait, I'll show you guys the roaming. So like League or Wild Rift or any other MOBA, there's support items. Now there's Guardian, Crimson Shadow, Storm, Chaser. There's 3 ones that you can build up to from this gem. So if you want to be tanky, I'm gonna burp. Ooh. If you want something tanky, use this. The Guardian for survivability. You can see what's the difference because of this passive over here. The rest are the same, like Reward and Gorilla, but the one that you want to look for is the passive that's in yellow, like here, the auras. So let's talk about it. So the Guardian one gives, and they all give the same stats, by the way, 500 max health and 6% movement speed. So let's talk about the passive, which is within range of 800, they get 32 to 60 physical and magical defense that scales through the entire game. So when you get it early, it's 32, and then a late game, it's 60. So for this one, for the DPS one, which is what Dolly is going to use, because it's more like her thing. To be honest, this is more her thing, this Storm Chaser, but I've really never dabbled in yet. And, I prefer having more of the buff that they give with this aura. So this gives 8% attack speed and 8% cooldown reduction and 10 mana every 5 seconds, which she kind of needs. And she benefits from this. I don't know if she gets this as well, but her teammates get this as well, which is good for ADCs and marksmen that need attack speed. And yeah. And this one is, it grants allies movement speed by 3% and boosts their main attack stat, which is whatever they're building. If they're AD, it's going to be AD by 20. So it all has to be in the range of 800, and I don't know what 800 range is. So there's that. And then now we have your enchanted items. Now you can guess here. This is your kind of like redemption. This is your, no, this is your redemption. This is your locket of Iron Solar. It shields. This is your core one. This one is kind of like a speed up. I forgot what item is on League. And this one is kind of like a damage DPS shield reflecting thing. So yeah, you can go into that. I don't want to waste y'all's time. So now we're gonna talk about boots. Obviously, CDR boots. You know it. There's multiple types of boots, but I prefer the CDR boots because that's what she needs the most. And you know what it is. And there's also a passive called shorten the cooldown of common skills by 15%. So she gets really spammy within the late game. Now the rest of the items, she's very tanky. A lot of Honor of King supports build only one damage and then the rest are tanky. So let's talk about the AP item first, the magical attack one. Frozen Breath is kind of like a Rylai's, but she does get her benefit stats: health, CDR, and magical attack. So that's the one that's key. It's a stat stick, but it also benefits with her first skill, that wave, that pom 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 pom. Um, I'm so popular. When the skill hits the target, reduce their movement speed for 20% for 2 seconds. That's the T there. It slows them for 2 seconds, and if you can cast that constantly, you would get to them. And you are pretty fast when you're underwater. Woo! And also, what's this? Frostbite skill deals 120 to 400 extra magical damage to targets. It reduced movement speed again. There you go. Now let's talk about her tanky items. Now this is good for if you're against a pure AD comp or just like a core in general. Dawn Light gives you the tankiness of defense, gives you regen plus 150 health, which you might not see. It's pretty small. 150 is pretty small because the health here is different, but you will see. You know it's good when you see your health moving. When you're just like an idle, so that means it's good. Plus 10 percent cooldown reduction. CDR again. She wants that core. Now, the passive here is great. It says dealing damage to an enemies with a basic attack or skill grants you a shield that negates 250 by 530 plus 4% of your health to yourself and the nearby teammates with the lowest amount of health. Whoever is low will get that benefit. Now, 250 and 530 is not a lot. That's probably 25 or maybe 50 to 100 health in league, but it scales with your health. So the more tank you are, the more it will be a bigger shield. So yeah, there we go. Now this one, I think it's like a Randwin's Omen, because look at the passive. It says when taking damage reduces the attacker's attack speed by 40% and movement speed for 10% by 3 seconds. So obviously when you're facing like an annoying assassin or a marksman, this is your key item. It gives you so much health and it gives you so much tankiness. But you're building a lot of armor. You need some MR, magic resist. And this one, Succubus Cloak, I think this is like the abyssal mask of the game. Gives you the health, gives you the regen, gives you the tanky stats. So yeah. And again, there's an anti-mage passive, which gives you an increase of magical defense by 8 to 120, scaling through the late game. So 120 is like the late game. And then it also has like what's that in League? The cloak that negates magical damage. You know what it is. I'm my memory gap. So yeah, that was the build. It was long, but we're gonna get into the video. Let's get into this video, y'all. Okay. Oh god. This is the gameplay. So we're gonna play. Okay, so one thing I wanna say. One thing I wanna say is now this is very different to League. This is very different to League in terms of becoming, how to support. You're not just gonna go straight to your ADC, you know. So here's my plan. As I sip my coffee. So as you can see, that enemy support is already roaming mid. So my strategy is I already picked out my items. I'm gonna poke this mid lane Angela. Why? So that the ADC, the mid lane can get an advantage so they can win the first blood. I think the enemy made a mistake with that. You have to leave your ADC. If they're good, leave them. If they're not, still leave them. Because they get more XP. Even though she got level 2 ASAP. That sniper guy got level 2 ASAP because she wasn't hitting the minions. I've seen like high pro players. I've seen high pro players literally go top lane and never come back until they're like level 4 to their ADC, which is so stupid. I've even seen them like leash their jungle. If you play ML roam, this is basically it. It honestly gives me a different perspective with ML supports. Okay, we gotta pause here. You see that gift on the bottom over here? Make sure you use that early to hit it to your nearest DPS. They don't give stats, it just makes it easier to ult with her ult when they're in range so that you can reset their cooldown. But make sure you keep an eye on their health bar because you can see what cooldown it is. You'll see it there when you hit level 4. Look how aggressive that Fang is. We got the first blood. We can also see our mid laner roaming. We can also see the Musashi, I forgot his name, Musashi roaming around. And the junkler's there as well. So yeah, okay, this is where I shine. See, I'm in water. So I can dive. See, look, you saw that cooldown refunded already. Instead of 10 or 11, it became 9-8. So obviously we're gonna do that there. Also, I don't know if this is true. If I hit my ability when I'm my first skill in the water and I got out of the water, will it still knock back? I think it will because I triggered it when it was in the water. That's one of those small little like life hacks that I wondered when playing this character. And it's only been 30 matches. Imagine if I had 100. I'm trying not to get bored of her. I'm kind of over it. Oh, I missed that. When I hit level 4, you guys will see the ability near my health bar to know that that's the one I have to ult for my. That's what I have to reduce the CDR of, reset the cooldown. Okay, so it's pretty chill here. I could have just roamed, but nothing's happening. You can see there's no fighting, no lanes are pushed. That was the mindset I have. That's why I didn't push. And I'm trying to make my puddle here present so that I can be more aggressive. Look, I'm just hovering. See here, and look, he's gonna get knocked back. See, he got knocked back because I was in the water. And then she used her ultimate. Oh, we gotta talk about that. So yeah, we talked about the knockback. But you guys saw that when she used her ult, she got it back. So she went in. I had my ult. She threw her ult, right? This AoE thing. And then it says 33, right? If I click my ult, she's back. She did it again. Yeah, that's how powerful her ultimate is. That's why she's pretty strong. I've seen like tier list in like Brazilian servers. She's always high up next to like, you know, the support side player. There is a lot of supports that are not here yet, like Doria's boyfriend. I think that's a support. You know. Also, she's so popular. My gosh, the mermaiden of this bitch. Okay, so yeah, I should have roamed and left her here, but she was so forward. And this, yep, that's what I meant. Now we effed up here for sure. But as you can see, she got knocked back because I had the pool on. She's gonna Yoni ult. She could have died there, honestly. We reset. Okay, now I should not be going back. This mid laner is doing more roams than I am. The reason why you have to roam as much is because you're kind of like a ward. There's no wards here, you know. See, like what if something like that happens? You know, I can actually just point to her ultimate and just reset her cooldown. Okay, so I'm gonna dive in. There we go. Look how powerful I am. Again, I'm in the water. You saw that auto attack hit, but I'm not in range. Stupid. Okay. Ooh. Oh, not the sniper. Don't you guys hate the sniper? If you play Arena Valor, you know who that is. Okay, she went in. I resetted her ultimate. He's dead, yep. Yeah, it's pretty strong. It's pretty strong. It's so weird that her ult is there twice. Like it can reset the most brokenest ultimate. Like not the assassins because they're not that crazy. Maybe like Butterfly doesn't even need this because she resets on kill, right? I'm on the water, meaning I can use my first skill to like bounce her. I dived in so I can use my hit. Yep. Also, something about her first skill. The fourth hit is a wider range. I don't know if y'all saw that. It's a wider range. So look at this. So 1, 2, and then this last one. Look how wider it is. It literally reaches to that end when it's usually around here. So be mindful of that. Now I have my CDR boots. Now this is when I start to party. Because my cooldown is not even at max yet, and it's gonna get reduced a lot. It's already at 5 seconds in pool form. So it's pretty nice. But don't spam it too much. It's a bit mana hungry. You need some mana before you even start doing that. You can spam this so much to the point where you have no mana. Also, this Fang is such a jungler girl. I don't know who this person is, but they really did their job there. It's really hard to find junglers who actually want to do the objective. When I ping them, they don't really go. You know, oh, this is a strategy that I want to talk about. Using it as like a distant, like an engage. So obviously I'm in my pool or whatever. I want to catch this, I forgot her name, this girl. So I dived in. I have my pool turned on my first skill. So it's going to hit her in that fourth hit. See, boom, she got knocked back so that she couldn't get away and she got the kill. Yep. If she didn't have a red buff, she would have died there, but, you know, I did my job. And that person didn't add me after. How ashamed. Also, if you guys are wondering what's her skin, her first skin just came out around like, it's still in PBE, I think. Her first basic skin. It's like piss yellow. She's swimming in butter. She is blonde. It's a long story. I think it's for spring. That's the goal of that skin because it looks very springy. And Angela got me. Thank God I'm tanky. The good thing about the supports in this game is they're so tanky that they can't really die as much unless you're focused. Also, this was a time before I took Intimidate. You can see heal there, so. That sniper is hard to protect, I swear. That sniper. Did I say protect? Predict. Okay, so nothing much is happening here. Okay, now something happened. Damn. I just want to make a fight. I want to make my ADC snowball as possible. Oh, she really went in. Whoa, 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 whoa. She's dead. Pop. I actually don't know how to play this character, Fang. I played her once and I'm like, she really has to be like, go in, use your Tristana E type beat, and then kill him. I need to stop sticking to my ADC, to be honest, but no one's there. No one's worth ganking for. The jungler's just revived. Oh, that's my Discord. Oh my gosh, Dr. Curvy Discord. Link description. What a nice self-promo there. On time too. Also, have any of you swiped your card yet for this game? There's a lot of good beginner rewards. I'm not gonna vibe with it yet. Oh, there's another one for my Discord. We were talking about Evelyn and Wildrift. Ironic. When I'm playing Honor of Kings. Okay, this is the boring part of MOBAs. Just the waiting. I want a fight happening. There's no objectives. At this point, you really have to make a pick or take their jungle camps. Oh, I kind of effed up here, yeah. Yeah. That was really bad. I didn't have any vision of that. I really wanna... See, this is what I mean. The pinks are so useful, dude. Wait for me before team fights. God. There's not really much to do. So my best bet is just take the jungle camps at this time and push turrets because... Ugh. Also, it's so weird that this feels like AoV, duh. Oh, there's a good play here, honestly. I think there's a good play here. I honestly don't remember. So I really want this tower. Oh, I'm gonna dive in. Also, look how much healing I did there. 642. Whoa. The thumbnail. The thumbnail. So I ulted the ADC so that she can get her ultimate back. I'm trying my best to like regen them up before we start a fight. But seems like nothing is happening, so. Yeah, they're all in the mid lane, taking that, protecting that tower, the enemy team. Okay, he's dead. Also, that sniper's there. I should have just helped her out here. Boom. Okay, she's here. Miss Yone over here. She's dead. Okay, she does a lot of damage. Girl, I am so good. I know, right? Okay, now she's ballsy. She's ballsy. She's ballsy. Come on, girl. Ooh, 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 ooh. You know, I could have... We could have done that well if she distanced herself a bit. She was a little too close. Oh my gosh, am I gonna kill her? Period. That fourth hit is a long ass range. Okay, that's Kaiser. Have you guys swiped for the gacha skins yet? Because the Hello Kitty collab is coming in March 8th. And I might swipe for that even though I don't know if I play that character. So I hope the event gives you the character. I'm kind of saving my coinage for like the future heroes because some of the heroes aren't released yet, which is good. I don't want to overwhelm myself. It's the roster is very AOV. I'm waiting for Alain from Arena Valor to come. Okay, look at me popping up here. Again, she got knocked out. She was also slowed from my item. I don't even know if I finished that item, by the way. Again, I keep pushing that objective. When you're playing with someone who's a jungler, tell them to push the objective. God. Okay, so again, my ADC knows what to do. This Fang character is also a jungler, so she has a fast clearing speed, as you can see here. She only lost like, what, 40% of her health? She didn't really go half. I want to add that person again. I don't know where that person is. They're probably like master by now or whatever. Okay. Again, this annoying vision wards. Okay, let's see if something's gonna happen. Girl, I don't like the idleness. Leave a comment down below on what support do you guys want me to do next. Considering I only play her, can you give me some variety? I do have one favorite. It was the what's his name? The one with the one that's like a room from Arena Valor. The one with the tiger. But in this game it's dragons, that one. The one that's like Carmilla from Mobile Legends. That's a good character to use. Okay, there's Milady. Milady is so popular. But I don't see it. The Malzahar of this game with her minions. Okay, there's that axe, that hammer girl. Okay, now I have my AP item. I'll be able to do that slow. Honestly, you should build that first. But it doesn't really feel like a must. So that's why I would build that second. It's better to give more tanky stats to your build than nothing. Okay, there's a fight happening here. Ballsy, ballsy, ballsy. Look at my peeling through this ADC. Look at that. Peeling, peeling, peeling. Okay, he would have lived that. He would have lived that. Okay, she got her. Oof. Am I gonna kill her? Boop. Ah. That is so satisfying. Well, she did 88%. That is crazy. I think that's the end of the match. We won, girl. But yeah, that was the video. I hope you guys find it entertaining. I'll put timestamps for the gameplay to the thing so that you guys don't get confused because it's a long video. But I haven't stopped talking, so I hope that was content. Yeah. Let's see the post-match lobby. Victory, girl. It's nice in it. Thank you. Okay, that was my victory, obviously. I'm not level 28, I'm level 30 now. So, just so you know. I'm still Platinum 3, unfortunately. Did not bad score. Yeah, that Fang was good. Okay, let's look at the post-match history. As you can see, I went 4-2-13. The Fang went 12-3-4. Everyone died less than 3 times, which is great. Meanwhile, the enemy team, someone died 6 times twice in the enemy team. So there's that. But yeah, that was the video on Doria. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, if you don't dislike it, make sure you guys subscribe, notification bell for never upload a new video. I am a VTuber who does content. Join my Discord, link description below, and donate to my PayPal/coffee. If you want to support the channel, follow me on Twitter at drcurvy_YT and follow me on Twitch at drcurvytv for more behind the scenes, lol. Also my Discord link description below. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.